Hmm. Okay, so picture this. You're 54 years old. You get a letter from CPF board. Inside, three words are waiting to quietly decide the next 30 years of your life. Basic, standard, escalating. In most people, they pick one in under 5 minutes. That's the real story nobody talks about. Right, so let's start here. If you're working in Singapore, you already know the drill. Money goes into CPF every month. Some goes to ordinary account, some to special account, some to Meta Save. You've watched that number grow for 20, maybe 30 years, and somewhere in your head, there's a quiet hope that by the time you hit 65, that pile of savings will just take care of you. But here's the twist. CPF doesn't hand you that money in one lump sum anymore. Instead, at 55, your savings get pooled into something called a retirement account, and from there, they feed into CPF LIFE, a lifelong payout scheme that pays you every single month for as long as you live. Could be 20 years, could be 40. Nobody knows. That's actually the whole point. And this is where the big decision hides. CPF Life isn't one plan, it's three: standard, basic, escalating. Each one takes the exact same pile of retirement savings and slices it differently. Same money, wildly different outcomes. Most Singaporeans end up on standard, not because they researched it, because it's the default. If you do nothing, CPF quietly enrolls you into it. Convenient for the system, not always right for you. So let's actually understand what's happening under the hood. Think of your retirement account like a water tank. At 65, CPF Life starts draining that tank into your bank account every month for the rest of your life. The standard plan drains it at a steady, higher rate. Every month, same amount, dependable, no surprises. For someone with an FRS balance around $220,000 in the 2026 cohort, standard might pay you somewhere around $1,600 a month starting at 65. Reliable, predictable, easy to plan a life around. Now, here's where it gets interesting. The basic plan takes a smaller slice of your tank to fund the annuity. That means less of your money is used up for the guaranteed payout and more stays sitting in your account, earning interest. Which sounds great, right? More money kept, bigger inheritance for your kids. But there's a catch most people never see coming. Basic plan payouts aren't fixed forever. They're partly powered by extra interest CPF gives you on your first $60,000 of combined balances. And as you spend down your account over the years, that balance shrinks, which means that extra interest shrinks too, which means your monthly payout quietly gets smaller. Not dramatically, but steadily. Year after year, a little less. Most people don't even know this is happening until it's already happened. So here's the actual trade-off, stripped of all the CPF jargon. Standard gives you a higher, steady income, but keeps less money behind for your family. Basic gives you a lower, slowly shrinking income, but leaves more behind as a legacy. It's not that one plan is smarter, it's that they're built for two completely different life goals, and most Singaporeans never get told that clearly enough to actually choose on purpose. Let's make this real. Imagine two friends, both 55, both with the exact same $200,000 in their retirement account. One picks standard, one picks basic. For the first 10 years after 65, their bank balances barely look different. Same hawker meals, same MRT rides, same weekend copy. But fast forward to age 85, the standard friend is still getting the same steady payout they started with. The basic friend's payout has been sliding down for years, and their monthly income now looks noticeably thinner. Meanwhile, if either of them passes away early, the basic friend's family inherits a much larger sum from what's left in the account. Same starting point, same government scheme, two completely different endings, all because of one choice made decades earlier, often without a second thought. But here's where most people misunderstand this completely. They think the question is, which plan pays more? Wrong question. The real question is, what am I actually optimizing for? Are you optimizing for your own comfort in old age? Or are you optimizing for what you leave behind? Because CPF Life was never designed to maximize your payout. It was designed to make sure you never run out of money, no matter how long you live. Everything else, the bequest, the growth, the flexibility, that's secondary. And that changes how you should think about escalating plan 2, even though it's the quieter cousin nobody asks about. Escalating starts lower than standard, sometimes 20% lower in the early years, but it climbs 2% every single year, compounding. If you're the type who expects to still be around, active and spending at 90, escalating slowly overtakes standard in total lifetime payout. It's built for people who fear one thing more than anything else: inflation quietly eating their retirement year after year, hawker prices creeping up while their income stays frozen. So why does this matter so much right now, in 2026? Because CPF retirement sums have been rising every year. The full retirement sum for this cohort sits around $220,000. The enhanced retirement sum is now over $440,000, which means the gap between plans isn't minor pocket change anymore. It's potentially hundreds of dollars a month for decades. Choosing on autopilot used to be a minor inconvenience. Today, it's a genuinely expensive habit. Here's the honest truth. There's no universally correct plan. A single retiree with no dependents and modest daily expenses might lean toward standard for the steady higher income. Someone deeply focused on leaving a home fully paid off or passing wealth to their children might lean basic. Someone terrified of outliving their savings, someone who comes from a family where people live well into their 90s, might find escalating actually makes the most sense. The plan isn't the goal. Your life is the goal. The plan is just the tool. So before you turn 55, before that CPF letter lands in your mailbox, ask yourself one honest question. Not which plan pays the most. Ask, what does my future actually need from this money? Comfort, security, or legacy? Because once you answer that, the choice between basic and standard stops being confusing. It becomes obvious. Your CPF balance doesn't decide your retirement. Your understanding of it does. And the moment you actually understand what these three letters, BSE, really mean for your life, you stop being someone who defaults into a decision. You become someone who chooses it, on purpose, with your eyes wide open. Before you go, I'd love to hear from you. What's one small money habit you're going to change after watching this video? Share it in the comments. I read everyone, and your idea might help someone else too. If you found this video useful, a quick like and subscribe really helps the channel reach more people who want to make smarter financial decisions. Thanks so much for spending a few minutes with me today. Until next time, keep building wealth one smart decision at a time.